Hello everyone and welcome to the Home Living DIY channel. Mark here. I just wanted to tell you today about a shop vac. So I have here for a demonstration the Stanley 4.0 horsepower 6.0 gallon wet and dry shop vac. This is something very easy to use and it's very useful, and I would say every household must have one of these, and there's so many uses for it. So what a shop vac is this is basically a vacuum, and what a vacuum is, it's basically an empty space. So what they do with any kind of standard vacuum is they attach an air compressor. This is the air compressor. It's sitting right on top of the empty space, and 4.0 horsepower means this compressor or this tiny engine or this kind of mechanism is powerful, as much as power as 4 horses pulling something. So this compressor can pull 4 horses, or 4 horses are pulling air from one area to the other. So for the air compressor, basically this vacuum, it is pumping air out of an empty space, and basically if there's a hole or a line from the other side, it pushes air from the outside, brings the air inside the vacuum, and the excess air, it goes outside the vacuum in one direction. So consequently, you can use this for 2 types of uses. One use is a vacuum. Basically, air pumps out of the vacuum that draws suction and dirt, material, whatever you want to vacuum up, that will be sucked into the vacuum, and gravity will make it fall down, and the rest of the air power will be pumped outside of the vacuum. The other thing to use it for is a leaf blower. So because you have air going from one direction to the other, it will be blowing air very powerfully outside. So you can use it as a gatherer, a leaf blower. You can use it even to blow and gather dust to one particular area, and then basically suction everything. So it's very handy, and you can see the attachments here. This attachment, this one is for carpets, and this is more of a wide spout, and this is mostly for hardwood, and it has a brush. So the brush basically will loosen debris and dust off of any kind of surface, and that will be pulling into the funnel and suction in the vacuum. So let's demonstrate how this can work. So before we do that, I just wanted to show you about how to use this. So you have the plug here, the cord, then you have basically the vacuum hose, and then this is the on and off switch, and you can very easily remove. So this is a wet and dry vac. So basically you can use this vacuum for wet material and dry material. So you can even, so if you have a flood, you can use this for suctioning water from a flooded basement or anything like that. So let's just open this. So you just click these 2 panels or levers, and then basically this is a filter which you can keep changing, and you can see how air can go from one direction to the other, and there's just collection of all this debris, and you just take, and it's 6 gallons, so you can do a lot of vacuuming and keep your house very clean. So let's put this on tight, fasten it right, and then we'll click it back, and then let me show you how to vacuum. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate how to use this shop vac, and our house is already pretty clean, so we didn't have so much of a mess. But luckily we had some brown paper bag, which we created a mess because our place is already so clean. So I'm going to demonstrate using that. So basically you hit the switch. And you can see how powerful it is. That in no time, the suction was just so powerful, the mess is gone. Now, let me show you how to use the blower. So, these are just to demonstrate how powerful the blower is. So you detach this hose and you put it on the opposite direction. So basically, back to this, the compressor is blowing air from this direction and out of this spout. So air is gonna go here, so this one is the vacuum, and this one, air is coming out of this spout, so this is the leaf blower. So let's just attach it to here, and then now it's the same machine, same button, but different direction. So let's turn that on for a leaf blower. Look at that power. And it's completely gone. So this was a demonstration of the shop vac, which is basically a vacuum. But I also wanted to talk about how our minds, our brains, can be a vacuum. So the Bible says in Luke chapter 11, verses 24 to 26, that if you have an empty mind, and the empty mind is occupied by evil, then that would be not a good thing, and that can dictate your life. So it is better to plant things in your own brain, to listen to good thoughts, read good books that are positive and constructive and that are filled with compassion, and build relationships, and also encourage each other, and basically feed your brain and your mind positive and good thoughts. And if you don't, if you feed it with evil, basically songs that have a secondary agenda on manipulation, abuse, drugs, alcohol, or anything negative, then your life, your mind, and your output would be very similar. So just like how this vacuum is, our brains and our minds are very sensitive to our surroundings. So let us not suction dirt into our minds. Let us suction good things into our minds. Let us read the Bible. Let us read books to help our families and to help our loved ones, and share and give back to the community. And let us be constructive for the sake of the community. Thank you.